Hey everybody, is the Shadow Knight and sorry. Hey everybody, it is the Shadow Knight and welcome to Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea. Yes, I told you guys I would be doing it. I told you guys I would be doing part 1 and part 2. We'll be doing, there will be 3 parts for each part. There will be 3 episodes for each part. Sorry. So we're gonna continue. So, in the last episode, we beat Bioshock Infinite and ended the main series off. Well, not really, because this is also canon. But without any further ado, we're gonna be on easy. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl. This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her typed down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Sorry about that. Okay. Wow. Let's see, there's a lot of race forums. It's 1958, the 31st of December, so it is going to be 1959. It is New Year's Day. Welcome to Rapture.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
It was not such a horrible place. Sander Cohen, Why Even Ask? His greatest album yet. Buy Why Even Ask and invite Sander Cohen into your home today. Stereo. Turtles. See, you can see all the people.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talent talents could be useful.
What do you want? An autograph?
If I had a gun, I'd shoot you right in the face. The satyr.
Oh, I heard about your little friend. Such a shame.
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical transcendence.
Little Wonders. Little Wonders Educational Facility.
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia?
Green,
Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Compromise? Is that why we came to
The Numo.
Come on. We haven't got all day.
There he is.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What do you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
Isn't that cool?
But I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it.
Fontaine.
Funny.
What?
You're not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshments, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Houdini Splicer. Get it?
I went through basic with them, decent stuff. But the Italians, Papa this, Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
He gets that from his father. No one from my side of the family was ever so lackadaisical.
Oh, I suppose I shouldn't have drank.
I told her.
Mr. DeWitt,
Cohen.
we'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Sander Cohen presents The Business is Business. The Business of Rapture is Business, sponsored by the Artist's Struggle, The Golden Rule, Rapture Records.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the Artist's Struggle. We're expected...
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of, they must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The Business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist's Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
Alright. So now we have a multiple thing. Right there, the
Bring you to
golden rule.
A man
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
Poof. They're all gone.
Interesting.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Welcome.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon...
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Stolen ring. Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice? The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp!
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
It's temporary.
Where should we look
Hustler.
next? Upstairs at the Artist's Struggle or Rapture Records straight ahead?
Let's go up here and let's go to Artist's Struggle.
You see that dish I walked in with? Well, you give her the star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
But of course, right away. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know
Gotta
precious
find that
little about
box.
art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth. Fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle of the great man.
Nothing.
The swampy
Well,
air of the
only one place left.
You see all that in that little picture?
Can I stop being so drunk?
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go...
Oh, what's this one? Oh, please, it's so beautiful. What does it mean?
My dear, that is something truly
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow. Amazing what a few months peace and quiet.
Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
How am I gonna make it work? Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon. I was Italian, always keep it going. This little nonsense.
The Greatness of Dr. Brigid Tenenbaum.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
Yeah, Fontaine is very frowned upon.
How is Ryan taking over Fontaine's business?
Afternoon.
Well, hello, what is this?
Bonjour, signore.
Audio log. Suchong.
Suchong observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Interesting. So Suchong somehow meant Fink. Met Fink, not meant. Rapture Records.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
Ah, this music.
What is this piece?
It's by
Where's he hiding
Jeanette,
that
but
box?
of course, covered by Mr. Ryan.
Lovely. Lovely? Music does something to me. Especially something in this
Yeah.
way. Almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches us in places.
That we never.
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
Oh, it's so intoxicating.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Shall prove what YouTubers are doing.
I've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Dr. Steinman.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
First of all, the reason people might be thinking, oh, you've already played this before, you know the plot. I do. However, that audio log I haven't heard before. Let's enter the club.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children?
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Dance, dance, move!
Bunny! Bunny, 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 bunny. Bunny. I'm sorry.
Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music! To the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick!
Please!
The stick!
Santa, for God's sake!
My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in rapture anymore for the artist.
Speak to Cohen.
Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? My. This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, ladies?
Need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes, it is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children. Flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to go.
Cohen, son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Okay, that's so cool. The way that, like, assuming that I'm older now to understand what people are saying, like a person, it's cool how he says that Elizabeth knows more than she's letting on.
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
As I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Interesting.
Mr. DeWitt.
Mr. DeWitt! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one.
Crab, 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 scare, 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 scare. Whoa.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. Alright, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You know the residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity. We're all buried at sea.
She said it. She said it. She said it. So we have access.
Keep your eyes open.
So now we have a new weapon. This is the hand cannon.
Supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
Shut up!
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Sorry. Anyways, this is the hand cannon, but this is the Rapture version, so there's nothing really different. It's just a hand cannon. Also, what we just saw is we saw something that we can have access to later, a brand new weapon called the Radar Range. I don't think that's what it's called, but I haven't been able to get it in part 1, but I've been able to get it in part 2. So we're gonna see if we can get it in part 1. Crab, 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 scare, 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 scare. Hand, 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 hand. Yes, I know. You would think that fire would melt this, right?
Look
Close
up
by.
there. Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Okay. Hello. And this we have the air grabber.
Could be handy.
A skyhook.
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
Ah. So good playing this again, because now I'm learning more.
Goddamn grabber stuck.
Mr. DeWitt, someone's coming.
Come on. Let's work something out.
All right, I got the grabber unjammed. Bolts all.
Won't steal my leads.
Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Nosebleed. He's remembering.
Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know. I've never heard of birds that didn't like seeds. What's the matter with you? Do you think it's poison?
Why?
Think.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Yeah.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive.
Oh, look at that. So we'll just buy hand cannon ammo.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
So this is where we can do this. Also, a new plasmid. We will be looking at this later. Yeah, hold on. I won't look. I'm gonna look at it in a minute. There's nothing in the wallet, bruh. Rapture woman, time-saving wonders.
Another burst pipe.
Store sunk a few hundred feet beyond its specifications. More pressure, more burst pipes.
Huh.
An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
We go up. Hello. Wonder how we get in there. Because at the moment, we don't have anything. It's just a basic hat, shirt, pants, and boots. See, there are other weapons, but we'll look into that later.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Restaurants? They'll put a roach in your salad as soon as a tomato.
Come on, just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Let's have a look around. You hear that? That sounds like a little something that I know. That sounds like a turret! Using a plasma to kill an enemy returns some Eve. That is interesting. We will equip that. Hello.
He likes nice shoes. You like it?
A lockpick. Ration. An audio log.
Ryan, you bastard. Left me here to rot. Sure, I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine into a prison. 10 days, big rush, everything slapdash. Right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded by maniacs. Haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here!
They're real.
Go on without me.
They're like, can you just...
Nice. Alright, let's go to... let's see about this. This is the game everybody came from. My bad. The Daily Bread.
Got a lock here.
Let me see. Done.
Thus we have access to the Tommy gun, a new weapon. We won't be using it right now since it's such a low ammo, but
How do you stand that? It smells revolting.
Senator Cohen.
It used to be such a thrill to hear Ryan speak. Parasite this, and the exaltation of man that. Sure, it could all get a bit of a bore, but the old bear sure knew how to enunciate.
When she left, I felt like a penny waiting for change.
Got away from my... there we go.
Punch.
Don't make me...
You must be ashamed! You hear me, Bill?
Oh, an infusion. So we're gonna be going with Shield.
Feel better already.
Alright.
Look up there.
Ah.
Take your time. I'm fine down here.
Evil Eye. Weapon damage increases while the player's aiming sight is aiming using sights, and after each successive kill up to 5. The steal.
You want to be horse? That's fine with me.
Ammo, take it.
Oh, look at all of that. Look at that. That stuff's destroyed. Sounds like another turret is nearby. Sander Cohen again.
Of my first play, the Herald said, "A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night." The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these orphans, would these bellyachers take my place? An artist once said, "All critics should be assassinated." I just might take him up on that.
New hat. Ticket Puncher. Melee strikes reach 3 times as far and do double damage, but also consume 20% of your shield.
Seems sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who will hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
It wouldn't be the first side of them. They cut a less sympathetic figure.
And as we have a cool thing. This is a loading system. It loads the next room. Fort Frolic, you heard that? Oh, look at that.
Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with it.
A jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with shock jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
Interesting. Ladies wear. Let's have a look, shall we? Just gonna check something real quickly. Actually, you know what? I think right here is a good place to stop. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without any further ado, I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.